Well, our top focus story this afternoon on Headlines Today, a distasteful row is brewing between top IAS officers in Haryana, a day after the hurried swearing in of 2 information commissioners and 3 right to information commissioners by the Haryana government. Senior IAS officer Pradeep Kasni has cried foul. Haryana Administrative Reforms Department Secretary Kasni had refused to issue appointment letters to 5 commissioners of Right to Information Commission and Right to Service Commission. The senior IAS officer has sought an apology from the State Chief Secretary S.C. Chaudhary for objectionable SMSs that were sent to him over a file that was in fact pertaining to these appointments.
We have with us Mr. Pradeep Kasni, a senior IAS officer of Haryana cadre and who is presently posted as Secretary Administrative Reforms in Haryana government. He is a person who has objected to certain appointments being made at the fag end of the tenure of the Bhupender Singh Hooda government in the state, in the Right to Information Commission and Right to Service Commission. And he has received some threatening SMSs about which we would like to speak to him. Mr. Kasni, who has sent you these defamatory and threatening SMSs in your words?
SMSs, I wanted not to talk about them. They have been sent to me by Honorable Chief Secretary of Haryana in the early morning of Monday yesterday. I could see them during the day only, and I'm perturbed ever since.
So what was in these messages that has disturbed you so much?
I think to say that the messages are intimidating more than threatening would be perhaps correct. But what is more objectionable in those SMSs, text messages, is that they are couched in a language which is quite filthy, which is not appropriate for civilized norms of human behavior, which is not proper to be used in a civil society.
Why do you think things reached such a pass that you were sent these messages? What exactly were your objections which you have placed on record?
Sir, first about the SMSs, I want to say that there is a concealed and ominous tone about the remaining years of my career. So I am worried on that count, number one. Secondly, in my society, I come from Haryana, I come from a rural background. So it's really shocking. We lay down our life if somebody says objectionable things about one's mother or one's sister. So to say, to deploy words like, agar tune maa ka doodh piya hai. So I don't, they are chief ministers and chief secretaries, they are not Gabbar Singhs of Sholay. This is really shocking, and I am a small fry. I am afraid for myself.
After Ashok Khemka, you seem to be the second officer in this state who is now being targeted because of him doing his duty. You have put down certain objections on record regarding these appointments which have been made in the Right to Service Commission and Right to Information Commission. Could you elaborate on that?
There was some kind of forgery, there was some kind of fraudulent cuttings and overwritings in my typewritten note, and which is quite threatening to me, this thing also, because I am not part of any wrongdoing in the government.
So what is your next step going to be? Are you going to take any legal recourse? How are you going to respond to all this which has been happening?
Sir, I had always respected my chief secretary. I found him soft-spoken. I found him a good person. And I'm shocked for the first time. I don't know whether he is under pressure from Chief Minister or anybody else. So, and I hadn't uttered a single word against him. I hadn't written a single word against him, or written or uttered. So I don't know why he is now debasing himself and coming to this level to mention my mother in his text messages. So I do not want to enter into any litigation on this count. I don't even want to approach the police for this. But at least not to me, he owes to the society an apology, an categorical and unambiguous apology.
Thank you for speaking to us. With camera person Dilip Sahu, Manaman Singh China in Chandigarh for Headlines Today.
My colleague Manaman Singh China now joins me live for more on this story. Manaman, clearly two key issues that are in fact emerging from this controversy. One, of course, being the role of the Haryana government, which is clearly under the scanner now, towards the fag end of the government's tenure. They are making these controversial appointments. Second, of course, is the nature of the allegations that have been levelled against the Chief Secretary. Is he in fact acting on the behest of the Chief Minister? What action can be taken against him? Because the evidence in terms of those SMSs is out in the open for everyone to see.
Well, yes, even though Mr. Kasni said to us that he does not want to take legal recourse, but we do know it for a fact that he has been speaking to lawyers, eminent lawyers in the city, and he's trying to find out what legal sections can be attracted to these SMSs which have been sent to him. He was in an extremely disturbed state of mind when we met him early this morning, and as he rightly said, anything said about anybody's mother is going to perturb him, and that too in the middle of the night, after sending a messenger to his home asking for a file, which in fact was dealing with the appointment of the Chief Secretary himself, which is again very irregular.
Well, absolutely. Unparliamentary language is definitely unforgiven, the unparliamentary language that has in fact been used by the Chief Secretary. But just take us through these controversial appointments, Manaman. Who are these 5 commissioners who have been appointed, and what were the issues that were in fact flagged up by Mr. Kasni?
Well, what Mr. Kasni had objected to was that as per the Act, as per the requirements of the Act, there were certain conditions laid down by virtue of which a person could become member of the Right to Service Commission or to the Right to the Information Commission. Here, these people who have been put in these positions,
Manaman,
he said that they were not eligible.
Manaman, just hold that thought. Senior BJP leaders, in fact, joining me on the phone line for more on this. Sir, clearly the Haryana government making controversial appointments towards the fag end of their tenure. This isn't the first time that the administration and government have in fact been at loggerheads. And in fact, this is the second IAS officer who's alleging foul play. Your response to this, sir?
You see, unfortunately, the Haryana government and particularly the Haryana Chief Minister, they are behaving in a very, very dictatorial and strange manner. This appointment of these 4 or 5 information commissioners, which has come into controversy, if you just look at the bare facts, the Chief Minister got an authorization letter from the earlier governor on the ground that he was not feeling well. Therefore, CM could himself administer the oath to these appointees. On 27th, the new governor took over at about 11:30 a.m. in the Raj Bhavan in the presence of the Chief Minister. So when the new governor has taken over, the earlier authorization given by the earlier governor goes. The Chief Minister, protocol, propriety and constitutionality demanded that the CM should have taken the file to the new governor and told him that the earlier governor had authorized him because of ill health. Now whether you will yourself like to administer the oath or you still want to go ahead with the authorization given by the earlier governor.
Right.
Having done nothing of this sort, the Chief Minister in a, if I use that word, chori chukke chukke, he administered the oath to these officers, keeping the totally in dark the new governor, and in spite of an objection having been raised on the file by the Secretary of the Department.
So you're alleging that the new governor was in fact, kept in the dark about this appointment, and this is in fact controversial appointments that are being made at the behest of the Chief Minister. So those are very serious allegations against the Chief Minister and the Haryana government. What action is the BJP going to take?
Let me take another fact also. When the Secretary wrote a note on the file, the Secretary also said that perhaps 1 or 2 names were not there in the file when it was sent to the governor. They have been added later on. It's a very serious allegation. So instead of replying to all those things, they have done the illegal, unconstitutional act. The Haryana BJP will be meeting the governor within a day or two. It submitted a detailed memorandum in this regard to the Honorable Governor. And as a lawyer, I feel that the new governor will have every right to cancel the appointment and cancel the so-called illegal oath administered by the Chief Minister without any valid authority from the new governor.
So is the central government going to ensure that the governor in fact cancels these controversial appointments that have been made?
The governor has every power to cancel all the appointments.
Right.
Whether he will do or not is a different thing. But according to me as a lawyer, the new governor has absolute power to cancel because of the simple reason that the authorization given by the earlier governor goes the moment new governor takes over.
Well, absolutely. Also, sir, has the central government taken cognizance of this matter, and does the centre at all plan to intervene in this particular case?
I'm not aware of whether the central government has been informed by our Haryana unit or not.
Right.
But I think it is an illegal, unconstitutional matter, and some authority or institution will have to intervene in between.
Right, Satpal Jain, senior leader of the BJP, thank you so much for joining us with that perspective. Clearly there, the BJP alleging that the new governor who was in fact appointed was kept in the dark about these controversial appointments that have in fact been made. Clearly, the role of the chief minister in this particular case is under the scanner. My colleague Ashish Maharshi is also joining me for more on this story. Ashish, you know, you've been tracking developments in the Haryana administration, this entire fight that broke out earlier between Ashok Khemka and the Haryana government as well. So this clearly isn't the first such instance that has been reported against the Haryana government, and towards the fag end of the government, the chief minister again going ahead and making those 5 controversial appointments. Take us through the details of who these people are and why these appointments have been made.
Rishika, if you go through the entire story is that the Chief Secretary, who is the current Chief Secretary, Mr. Chaudhary, he was supposed to be getting a position in the Right to Service Commission, and he was supposed to be appointed as the Chief Commissioner there. Now, Mr. Kasni, Pradeep Kasni, he had said that these appointments are illegal and you need approval from the governor, and you just can't appoint them, and the file was not in his position. Now, suddenly, Mr. Chaudhary had sent a messenger to his house and asked that, you know, the file should be handed over to him. Now, surprisingly, you know, the files were not with him, and still the pressure was on him, and that is why the SMS exchanges started between Mr. Kasni and Mr. Chaudhary, and finally you see that unparliamentary language being used in the one of the SMSs, which is not acceptable at all. And you know, if you would have heard the interview that Manaman has done, he said that they're not Gabbar Singhs of Sholay, they are the chief secretaries and the chief ministers. And as you know, Mr. The BJP leader from Haryana has very clearly said that the names have been added after you know, it was approved by the governor. So if things are you know, if the governor is being kept in dark and such sort of forgeries is happening, suddenly you know, a constitutional body has to move in and take action into this.
Well, absolutely, Ashish. A constitutional body has to step into this controversy, because clearly you know, the Haryana government is under the scanner for these controversial appointments, and of course the chief secretary has to answer some tough questions for using that unparliamentary language. The big question really is at this point in time, will the governor in fact step in and cancel those appointments? What really is going to be the way forward? We're going to continue to track developments on that story very, very closely. Thanks Ashish and Manaman for all those updates.